Hey everybody, welcome back to Begin Again. If you've seen the long version of my video, The Dogfight, you know that there was an intense battle for the win that evening at North Texas Cartways. If you haven't seen the dogfight, I've posted the link below. I think you'll really enjoy it. There was also an intense battle in the mid-pack that night during the same race, and that involved my friend Carlos and myself. Our battle did not make it into the dogfight video, so here it is now. Yellow light, green light, here goes the start. I made a really good start for a change, but Carlos made an even better start, tried me on the outside there, and I was of no mood to let him pass me, so I held him off. But in the heat of battle, I kind of started fumbling for gears, and so I just kind of bottled Carlos up behind me, thinking that I could get myself kind of sorted out and keep him behind me in the meantime, but kind of made a mediocre run through the chicane, which made me slow down the straight, and sure enough, you'll see Carlos come whistling past here going into turn 7. Now, funnily enough, Carlos and I had talked earlier in the day, and we thought we might have a pretty good race together, and it turns out we were right.
Any idea where you're starting?
The back of the pack.
With me?
Yeah, with you probably. So, yeah, no, I'm behind you, but I will have a fun battle, hopefully.
Any predictions for the race?
Hopefully you will be behind me.
What I think is so interesting about this race is that here's Carlos and I, we both have roughly the same experience. I'm on the Honda stock moto engine. Carlos is driving a Vortex Rock. And even though our lap times are pretty similar, we make our speed in very, very different ways. You'll see here down the long straightaway and into turn 1, Carlos is just a missile. He's so much faster than me. And then through turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I gain on him again. But then he's quicker through the chicanes in turn 7 and he pulls away from me. Some of that is the torque at the bottom end of the Honda engine, and then versus the top end power of the Rock. Now watch, I kind of pulled out, I thought, well, maybe I'll have a look at him. No, Carlos just pulls away. He's just got that much more top end. We both get a pretty good run out of turn 7, and then we come through here into 8 and 9, and look, Carlos just pulls me. He's gone. And again, that's that top end of that Rock. I mean, it's unbelievable. And then we work on it. I got a really good exit out of 1, kind of closing down the gap a little bit. Carlos just gets a little too wide out of 2, and that really slows him down going into 3. And so I really caught up to him a lot through there. Both got a pretty good run through the chicane there. But again, that Rock motor starts pulling me away. Into 8. Carlos getting a little bit loose there. I was a little bit better, but again, he gets a better exit, and that translates to way more speed down the straightaway. Getting closer this time. Really working him over, and the advantage that I've got is I have no pressure behind me. We had a couple of guys fall out. Carlos and I are battling over 5th place. I don't have anybody attacking me, but I'm attacking Carlos, so he knows I'm there. And so he's got the pressure of having to defend. I'm kind of in a position where I have nothing to lose, so I'm going to go and attack every chance I get. Pretty good run out of the last corner for me. Carlos doesn't pull me quite so much this time. Through 1, we're about even through there. Much better line for Carlos. He didn't drift out quite so wide, so he was able to go into turn 3 a whole lot better. Then in through the chicane, he had already started to pull me again. By now I'm wondering, is there any way that I can get around Carlos? Again, he starts pulling away from me. I managed to get really close, took a look going down into 2. No way was I going to do that. Carlos went too wide, and that's where I got him. Passed him right there, Now it was a matter of just really concentrating and driving as smoothly as I possibly could. By this time, I was really getting tired. It had been a very hot day. It was a little over 100 degrees during the daytime, and of course this race was at night, but it was still somewhere between 85 and 90 degrees, and the humidity was way, way up there. So I was really getting tired. I think I lost about 10 pounds of water weight throughout the day. As the race wound down, I will be the first to confess, I was worn out between the heat, the humidity, and just the exertion of driving a shifter cart. Man, I was worn out, and I didn't want it to happen, but on the very, very last lap, I got lapped by the eventual winner, Landon Wilkins, who came through right 3/4 from the end. He passed me and put me a lap down. In some respects, it was a great thing, though, because that meant that was just one less lap I had to drive. I was flat worn out. But still, checkered flag, I got to tell you, I felt really, really good about my drive. I didn't like getting lapped, but it was by far my best performance up to this point during the year. So coming into the tech barn, bring the cart in. We all have to, of course, run the carts over the scales to make sure we make weight, which for me is never a problem. One of the things that I thought was really cool was after I came across the scales, Carlos came up, shook my hand, and apologized for holding me up, which was completely unnecessary. We had a great battle. It was a fair fight. And what I think I enjoyed most about it is that it really showed the difference between the Rock and the Honda engine. Anyway, we had a great time. I hope you enjoyed this battle as much as Carlos and I did. And I look forward to seeing you again soon on Begin Again.